Okay, next up, Ron Matta, if you could also come forward and give your address, please. Good evening, Mr. Matta, how are you?
Members of the City Council.
What's your address, please?
My name is Ron Matta. My address is 29 Breer Street in Brockton, a lifelong resident.
Go right ahead.
I have here a stack of petitions signed by the concerned citizens of Brockton asking Mayor Linda Balzotti to publicly state that she opposes any new tax increases. I am asking that the city clerk please enter the receipt of these petitions into the public record.
That will happen, yes.
Okay.
And anyone who has written comments that they want to put them into the record, those also will be accepted.
The chart that I gave each of you was information that I received from CFO John Conant under the Freedom of Information Act. It shows that the city has had a healthier bank account with budget surpluses and high free cash balances at the end of each fiscal year, 2003 to 2011.
Keep your voice up, Mr. Matta.
You can move the microphone to your
Yeah,
face.
there you go.
For instance, at the end of fiscal year 2009, the city had cash and investments of $116,308,502. I keep being told that this is money that's been spoken for, but it's there every year. Year after year after year, it's there. It had a budget surplus of $9,754,875, and they had free cash in the amount of $10,383,451. In fiscal year ending 2010, the city had $122,094,995 in cash and investments. Again, I keep being told that this money's spoken for, but it's there every year, year after year after year. The budget surplus that year was $19,213,950. Free cash amounted to $14,490,670. In light of these facts, could you please explain to these concerned citizens how you can justify another tax increase? In hard economic times, we have to make tough decisions, but increasing taxes is not the answer. Higher taxes will discourage businesses and people to move to our city. The greatest detriment to wealth creation is overtaxation and overregulation, and Brockton is being overtaxed. Please veto the tax increase. In closing, I would like to thank Councilor Monahan for his efforts to retain an independent law firm to take a close look at the Aquaria contract in an attempt to save the city residents of Brockton millions of dollars per year. Mr. Monahan, could you please advise the people as to when this will occur?
No questions directly to the councilors, unless the council wants to answer it, but it's up to you.
It's just been put forward with the law office, so I don't have an exact date yet, but they've been informed of it.
Thank you. Thank the council.
Mr. Chairman.
Councilor Dubois.
Hi, Mr. Matter. Thank you for coming. For the last hold on, excuse me. It's very loud. All right. Can you hear me? I think it just went off now. Okay. For the last 4 of these hearings, for the last 4 years, I voted no when it came down to setting the factor because I just didn't think it was fair. And what has been lost in all of that is because I've been in the minority, is that when it comes time to setting the budget, those that actually prepare the budget, which would be the mayor and the department heads and the CFO, have just, I guess, assumed that since the no's were in the minority, they didn't really have to look at the increases of the taxes that they bake into the budget. So I think that the appearance of all of you tonight is going to show the mayor and the department heads and the CFO that next year they should not be baking in a 2.5 tax increase into the budget. It's difficult to rectify a mistake that happened 6 months ago here tonight. And that's where the conundrum is, because that 2.5 tax increase was baked into the budget when it was passed this past summer. So I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that, and I've been voting no on raising taxes for the last 4 years, so don't kill the messenger. But I'm just saying that it's very difficult right now, where we already, that 2.5 was already in the budget, to now somehow reassess that. That's just a comment, and you no need to respond unless you want to.
Okay, folks, come on. Councilor Councilor Duval, you all set?
I am.
Thank you. Councilor DiNapoli.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, Mr. Matta. Point of information, when you gave us this chart, you see the year 2004? It's there when we had 19, almost $20 million in free cash. We had a man named Jack Units at that time. I was the only counselor at that time to tell him to stop spending our money. I just want to make a clarification of that.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that back up. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Councilor. Thank you, Mr. Matta. Thank you. Next. As I indicated, if anyone had prepared oral testimony in writing, if they want to submit it, they may do so.